What's up, guys? It's Mr. Janvet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. Whoa. Yes. I'm just looking at the spelling of that. But no, what's up, guys? Yeah. I'm going to be hopping right back into Road to Top 10. If you saw my recent community post, you understand why I needed to basically didn't upload. So, nothing bad, just swamp with stuff. Before I begin, I'd like to make a huge shout outs to my guy Spooky Z. Very proud of this guy. Spooky in November came into the academy. In November came into the academy. Very new to the game, literally 11. Like his goal, I remember his goal at the time was 1100, and obviously the academy was in a different space, and we're working on getting it back to that pure place where everybody was in alignment and we were truly invested in the benefit or the upliftment of our fellow man. But that aside, he came in, people were like, go for it, yada, and long story short, within a week he got to almost 1900. And Spooky's 13. Well, he was 13 at the time. He's probably 14 now. And so, a lot of that came from the support of the academy and him binge watching my video series on how to master competitive Pokemon. Many people see that series is there and they just take it for granted, right? Because I know everything. Or they watch it and they don't do it. All these things, right? Very normal human things. I've been guilty of them in other areas, so I'm not here to lecture you, but just letting you know there's no secret sauce. And so in less than a year, my man has managed to qualify for OLT. But not only that, he's already won round 1, 2 wins cleanly. Hard fought. Like the opponent did well too, but he already it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Eclipse, Storm Zone, whose team I'm using today, are also just flooding the academy. The academy is probably gonna come through and win OLT. I'd love to see these guys go out because they're so capable, man. All of which have been, well, I think Storm has read my book. I don't think Eclipse has, and Spooky can't get it, but Eclipse has been like somewhat of a mint. I want to call it a mentee, but I've guided it. Man, we lost like 50 points of decay. I'm sorry, guys. But if you haven't been caught up, we only have 1 loss to give. So if we don't win all our games, then the Road to Top 10 is finito, and then we'll be on to other things. So quality content's still gonna be around. It's just not gonna be called Road to Top 10. But yeah, we were almost at 19, and then we decayed because I have not played in like 6 days. Let's break it down. Choice Scarf, top of Finny here, quite dangerous. I'm rocking Surf. He only has 1 water resist, so the Choice Scarf Surf might actually pose a pretty big issue to my opponent, especially because he has to go to Finny on my Weavile, which removes hazards. Removes the item, which allows for it to have far less switch-ins. He also has no Ghost Resist, so if I manage to get my boy Marowak in on, let's say, Zapdos, let's say Moonblast, bodies hit the floor. He's also very weak to Dragonite, but I'll need a few conditions met before I can go ham with that. There's so many win cons here, so let me break it down. What can't he guard against the most? I try to sweep with Dragonite plus top of Finny. The thing I can't guard against is definitely that Heatran. Well, I'm Spideflando apparently, so I guess that's not completely true now, is it? Okay, so phase 1 is going to involve his Finny just coming out and just destroying me. Finny's actually a quite solid start to this. I'm just debating whether or not I care enough to keep my Choice Scarf. Because I'm max speed and this is the nature of his team, I don't think I need Choice Scarf. So we're gonna trick here. So it's Whirlpool Finny, which is great news for Weavile, because now I can just surf freely. Wow, oh, it's a crit. I was gonna say that did a ton to him. Why did I trick? Oh, I'm taunt. I'm like, why is my defog? I was like, did I trick? I was like, I know I tricked. Sorry, it's just. I was like, I know I tricked. So now we get to position Marowak, which we needed, and we can Poltergeist. He actually is like, okay, please hit. Nice. Poltergeist is so damn strong. So damn strong. So we're gonna Poltergeist again. Please hit. Please hit. Oh, thank you. That's good damage. Oh, that's lovely, because as I said, you know, very weak to water. We're gonna. It seems as if Heat Wave's all. He doesn't have Hurricane, or else he would have used it. And he also left the Zapdos low enough. So right now, Dragonite is looking handsome. So let's. Well, Dragonite's looking handsome. Weavile, if that is not a Choice Scarf Finny, Weavile just wins. Yeah. Well, actually, Weavile under terrain doesn't win because of the Garchomp and whatnot. But a double to Zapdos would make sense, but it just makes me go back to. I can just go back to what's his face. So he locks himself in the Whirlpool. I forgot Whirlpool was all he had, so I really could have just stayed in with my Marowak there if I was, you know. And so he's committing to, I'm guessing, EQing. Oh, Spadef does nothing. Very interesting to give me Lando over just going back to, well, I guess his logic was, I'll just give up Lando because I'm assuming he's gonna just EQ here. Is it a 2 KO? It's a 2 KO. Let me think. Defog into Weavile's knock. If I leave this up, he goes to Zap. Oh, whatever. He can go Zap. Unless he goes Finny, he can't KO me. And I can defog versus Trent if that's the route I wanted to go. Chomp is irrelevant. He has to EQ anyway. But Chomp was the non-factor there. Toxic is free on the off chance he commits to the Zapdos. And since he's forced to roost, it's a quick EQ, and then that's just... I mean, even if he didn't, he's shown that he is Heat Wave. So Zapdos is gone. He's committing to Heatran. It's Eruption Tran. It's Specs, but because we're the lone Spadef, assume Scale Shot, but it doesn't really matter what he goes for, because you'd assume, okay, you'd SD here. Even if he doesn't, okay, he's Life Orb. That's good info. My thing is just the... Yeah, I'll still go Weavile Ice Shard. I don't think you go hard Lele. Even if you do, I sack Lando and go Melmetal and you're still done. I didn't think he'd go hard Lele because Triple Axel would have destroyed him. So the question is just what kind of Lele is. He locks, I'm assuming he locks into Moonblast. Doesn't mean he has to be locked, but now he can just Ice Punch hard. If he's not Choice, then the Ice Punch plus what's his face would have just knocked him out. Now he has to lock himself into Focus Blast to even have a chance. Surprised he locked himself in a Psychic considering I have a Weavile. He was 16 something, that makes sense. Not that it, you know, that makes sense that I won, but he seemed to have struggled around what to do with the Finny. I feel like he gave me a lot of mons to the Finny unnecessarily. I get the trick caught off guard, that's something, and the Whirlpool mismattered a lot. But we already know in Road to Top 10 how many times Whirlpool has let us down, right? And so in this one, very similar, right? SD Marowak quite literally 6-0s my opponent. In fact, if Torn doesn't have like Toxic or something, or he doesn't hacks me, I quite literally 6-0 him with Marowak on SD. So what I'll need to do is set up versus either Corviknight or Clefable. Have fun. But the picks Corviknight plus Clefable, because I also want that picks item fits helmet. So you should always so the goal here is just frankly to get Marowak in and start sweeping. I didn't expect Pex. The question is he gonna commit to because if like people always do that, but I guess he's max defense, so he's like, if I get crit, so be it. You remove my item. Lando was never really an issue, so he's giving me Torn. He's gonna let Torn get toxic just to fire off a Hurricane. Again, to me, Landers isn't a big enough issue to warrant like the level of like. There's a lot of risks he just took. Risk missing the Hurricane twice. Risk me having stunt. Like there's a lot of risk. And he's used up his Hurricane luck, so he's hit 2 in a row, which means that he can't hit a third one versus my Marowak. So, you know, that's that. I wish Lando wasn't as low as it is, but oh yeah, I figured it wasn't helmet, so it's shed shell. So it's Pex's choice scarf now, which means that upon SDing, let's see, did I just make it fast? No, it's 150. I was gonna say, did I just make the Pex faster than Marowak? So it's shown knockoff. Shed Shell is completely relevant to my Finny, so we're just gonna Moonblast spam as Corviknight comes in. Curious as to what the Corviknight has in store. I'm gonna just go hard Marowak. If he has Brave Bird, that'll suck. So we SD here. Yeah. Poltergeist, please fucking hit. I really need this to hit. Thank you. Oh my god, God is so strong. This is the part I was talking about. SD Marowak just devours my opponent's team. Something I do want to be wary of, yeah, is Torn coming in and going for knockoff. I could kill the Torn, but I wouldn't be able to beat the, like, I blitz kill everything on his team. It would be really impatient for me to just give up. If he doesn't have knock, then I could have swept him here, but I could give up kill Torn, but then he's gonna go to Hippowdon. Well, let me think. If Torn's dead, what does that mean for me? Nah, I think it's better to just have the Marowak. Every Torn runs knockoff. At this point, he's super weak to Melmetal too, but yeah, let's just get the Finian on the knockoff. So he wasn't even knock, or he just didn't use knockoff. Damn. Problem is, well, I guess not really. I mean, Blissey or everything that comes in that's not. I mean, I'm guessing he doesn't have, like, that didn't make any sense unless you didn't have knockoff. Unless you were like, I'd rather go for the Hurricane crit or confusion, and if I get that, rather than knocking my item off and then having Hippowdon take a hit. Unless it's like Spadef Hippowdon, but you still take a hit. So yeah, I won the game there. If he what? Homie's tripping. He's lost his mind. So now it's definitely done Dino, because he has to go for no, Misty Terrain's up. Heavy duty boots. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need them boots. So he has heal bell. Okay, that's not that. I'm very surprised he'd use heal bell on a turn like that, considering I thought he'd teleport into Torn. Considering if I get Marowak in there, he lost another Pokemon, you know. So didn't expect that, but Melmetal pretty much at this point, not pretty much, literally at this point, just smacks my opponent. So I'm expecting him to teleport this turn. The point of me doing this is to ensure either he doesn't have teleport or he doesn't have a brain. One of which is going to be figured out soon. Okay, I'm guessing it's the latter. So, Seismic Toss, Heal Bell. He could still have teleport. Rocks aren't super detrimental. U-turn. I just don't want him teleporting this turn. It'd be a waste of a turn because I'd end up having to sack the Lando. So hard switches to the Torn. It doesn't seem like he has knock. So this is like perfect. This is a free kill here. Yeah. Because if he goes to the Corviknight, I just go to the Marowak and, you know, blood. There's blood in the streets. There is blood in the streets. And I run a lot of speed on this Maro. It was max HP, but I don't want HP. Like, come on, man. We need that speed. We need that speed. Very surprised at how he played Hippo and the lack of respect I feel like he showed for my Marowak. But I know Poltergeist can do like half to Fizdef Hippowdon. So his Spadef Hippowdon is gonna get washed. And I know he's Spadef because he took like barely half from Surf, from offensive Fini Surf, from a stab Surf. It's not the strongest mon nor the strongest move, but like barely a 2-hit kit, you have to be racking like a lot of special defense. Hippowdon's HP is crazy, but special defense is nothing to write home about. I think now he's conscious of the fact that my Marowak can come in because I went into it last time. But he's also probably like, damn, this is my only Melmetal. I mean, this is my only Melmetal switching. So if I don't heal it, then I die on the next switch because I did. Well, he might not. 12. Yeah, he won't die on the next switch. But if I have Thunder Punch here and he switches, he's in a bad spot. And there's no double he can make other than Torn. And he's shown Hurricane. It's probably Nasty Plot. Then Nasty Plot, maybe Heat Wave or something. Nasty Plot, Focus Blast. And I'm guessing he's running a calc right now or something. Or his timer is going down. Well, Marowak, once that Toxapex got eaten, Marowak was about to do his thing. And Marowak was just one of the potential win conditions. So, yep. I'm guessing he just had some internet issues. Sucks. But as I said, he'd need a miracle to get around my Marowak. And we're essentially getting back just decay points. But it's fun to see Marowak perform, man. Like, it's, you know, Marowak is something that is super hard to deal with if you're not prepared. But, like, it's it's a difficult mon to maneuver. But versus the right matchup, i.e. balance, super balance, or, well, a very slow balance style, or a stall team. Oh, yeah. Like, you don't want to see Marowak if you're running stall. It's your worst nightmare. It's just Poltergeist is just so hard to switch into. I really enjoy Choice Scarfini in this one. Actually, I don't even need it to be Scarf. The only reason I'd want the Scarf is for depending on what his Blacephalon is, but I have Weavile, Spadef, Lando, and multi-scaled Dragonite. So I'd say my easiest go-to here is DD Knight. Weavile's Ice Shard is clutch here in case anything gets out of hand. The thing I guard the worst against would be Melmetal. Regards decently versus my Orlando. I just hate to see a Crawdaunt here. Well, my Melmetal is of, I wouldn't say low value, but it's not the most important thing in the world. So this is actually an excellent situation. I didn't expect Landers. I mean, everybody expects Landers. Everybody just leads Lando, but I don't think it's a poor lead versus my team. I mean, if you lead Landers, you're like, okay, well, I can just go hard to Melmetal. So I'm assuming it's AV. Yep. And I want to trick this, but I just didn't want to do it that turn. So this is an interesting couple sequences. I'd assume you just double Iron Bash hard. My Lando is very important though, so I don't feel so. Melmetal, as I said, for EQs, that's a risky play though, yeah. And so now you commit to either superpower or EQ, or you pivot back to Landers. I could what's his face? I could Ice Punch, but that's just too. One, I don't even kill the Lando on switch. The risk versus reward there just doesn't balance out for me. Lando isn't that interesting of a mon or that big of a threat for me to do it. Now, he could Ice Punch, but as I said, you know, the payoff for him isn't that great, especially because my Landers, for me, end shot's nice and for intimidate shuffling. So yeah, so I pretty much, he crit me there, which sucks. But D-Knight, this been seeing like Ice Beam variants and things of that nature, so I'll be careful about. I really don't know what to expect here. I want a U-turn. I don't think Ice Beam would kill me. Toxic or Ice, I'll just make the okay, so Melmetal likely the rarest ugly head here. If it doesn't, then it's like right there would have been a really clutch U-turn, but the Melmetal getting comfortable as we manage to cricket the choice card. So now he needs to be in a position where he can't let Landers in, but he also can't let the Finny just. So he's probably never gonna. He's has superpower, so I doubt he has EQ. If he EQs your kudos, man. Yeah, you never do that. Yeah. And so now this allows for me to just go for Flare Blitz. I'm not gonna waste time poltergeisting. Oh wow. I didn't expect him to just sack the Melmetal. I completely disagree with that. Completely disagree. So Groudon obviously is not fun to deal with. I could give up my AV. Low key, this AV Finny is lit for that damn Blacephalon. I actually want to keep my AV, especially because he has no Moonblast switching. So I'm gonna give up who right now? Who's gonna bite the dust? Because at this point, my Dragonite's getting more and more dangerous. I'll give him the melee, especially if he's banded. Looks life orb, yeah. So this superpower here, you can have my Melmetal, my friend. And now, while I can't trick or defog or anything of that nature, you now have to contend with this young Moonblast, for which you have no switch-ins. So you're doing 20, like, I'm surprised Dragonite's initial switch, considering it's the one thing that can't do any damage to me. Yeah, you're not gonna outlaw. You're taking it well. You're taking it well, but overall, I'm doing way more damage than you're doing. Than your 41%. You might just straight die to this, yeah, or you'd be fast as shit. Wow. This team is lit. Y'all, team in the description down below. Oh, this guy, Bug Meteor. This dude's name is sick. Bug Meteor. Why does that shit stop? That should be a fucking move. Bug Meteor. Bug Meteor. Yo, guys, spam Game Freak on Twitter, Nintendo, whoever on Twitter. Bug Meteor should be a move. Bug Meteor. That's just crazy. So, as usual, Marowak is the savior. Not as straightforward as the other ones, but still, if it's like fast Bantar, then you know it can kill me. So I want to be careful of that. But more importantly here, he has to go to T-Tar on my. Well, he could go Lando too. But my goal here in life There's quite a few answers to everything I have. I have to play MAROWAK well. Like, you can counter almost everything I have. Except, like, Weavile can do it. I just need to know what his card set is. If Weavile can do something, then if I SD on maybe Slowbro or something, and Corviknight is gone, you know, we may see something. I actually don't want my item in this game from Finny. And so we all know everybody leads Lando, but that's not really the point here. It's like, what am I aiming to win with? If it's like body press Corviknight, then technically Dragonite could 1v1 that. I just need to ensure that the Slowbro is well dealt with, meaning dead. I'm just determining whether or not it's worth the trade for my Lando to be toxic. I figured Slowbro would be the initial, but we want to find out what is it worth risking a Skull Burn here for Stealth Rock. Because then the Stealth Rock, he teleports into Corviknight as I go to whatever I want, which would be, it had to be something that keeps Corviknight out, which would be, I'm actually super cart weak. So let's find out what this item is. If it's Helmet. Now obviously Slowbro can get toxic, which I don't think he wants, but I think it's just wiser to go hard Corviknight. You cover for rocks, so he's probably boots. Okay. So his cart coming in here is an issue. Just depends on what the card set is. I can't have Kartana coming in for free. Smellmill is so solid. You wouldn't waste time scalding my landers. But teleport seems like a waste of value to me. You would never teleport. Yeah, I was gonna say teleport just seems like a complete waste of value. I disagree with the future sight for sure. Like you were gonna give me toxic and rocks just a future sight. So Corviknight comes in. Obviously we don't want certain things taking this future sight here. Finny being one of them. So see if he has the body press. U-turn comes out. That's perfectly understandable. Positionally, Melmel is one of the few things that I'd like to have in. The only thing that comes in is Slowbro, and I think if it's Guts Heracross, because of Misty Terrain, the Guts won't even activate, which means Lando comes in, and the fact that this Corviknight is Choice Scarf now, Landorus can actually just spam rocks. And that might end up mattering versus your, well, we'll see, because like future sight, it's just the Scald, right? If the Slowbro dies, so there goes your future sight. So he seems like the type to be like, yo, set that shit up again. So I'm tempted to hard switch, but then I'd have to take a hit from his T-Tar, because like let's say he future sights again here. It could, Skull seems like a waste. This is perfect future sight position. Okay, teleports instead. This is okay. Like, I mean, it's, see the Landers or T-Tar. Teleport was safe there. Future sight was also safe. So there's the Landers theory in form. As I said, that's not a problem. If he toxic, he toxics. Substitute, huh? Which is super weird, considering if I have triple axle on Weavile, you're done. But like if I have triple axle Weavile, like you're done. I could bluff it. But bulk, like if I have triple axle Weavile here, you're finished. But I mean, I guess maybe with the bulk up, it might. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if bulk up means faster than my Finny? I'd assume not. Like, you'd be max speed bulk up. I mean, I guess that could make some sense. So I'm debating now going to Dragonite. Dragon Dancing. Yeah, I think I have to. Ideal situation is that he bulks up again and gets greedy. I'm faster than his landers. It's interesting. Damn, I could have. Fuck. So he's like no speed Lando. I should still live EQ. Cause it's not. Yeah. So this is gonna hurt him. And I should still live the EQ because he's only +1. I doubt he's +1 max attack. Super weird speed tier. I don't know. Well, I guess not. He's just not max HP. Yeah, I could have eat. Well, nobody ice punched there. I made the correct play. Now Finny, at the very least, if somehow he knocks me out and he's like adamant max HP, because Dragonite is not the frailest thing in the world. I'd assume he's rocking a lot of Spadef, but with this ice punch, yeah, like that's Finny range. Yeah, I live. Perfect. So he essentially wasted his landers, which is a blessing. Blessed. So I'd assume here, I'm just still roosting here. If he fishes for the Scalburn and gets it, so be it. But future sight there is best case for us. This allows for us to on Scald. Okay, that's perfect. Because we want to have him catch us on Scald. That way now we can position. Yeah, I would position Weavile. I'd assume Corviknight, but I mean, whatever. Yeah. Corviknight makes sense, but whatever. Now we can position Landorus in on his U-turn. I guess we could have wet Melmetal, which would have forced him to go back. But I don't know. I think that's just being impatient. His Lando being beaten down is like super nice for us. And he's a future sight fanatic. If he scalds, good play. But yeah, future sight fanatic. Nice. So now we get to go to Melmetal. So this is good positioning. If he teleports, good play. Yeah, he needed to teleport there. I mean, I guess not, because he can technically scald again here, and I have to take the future sight. Whether it would be with Finny or with because Finny is offensively problematic right now for him. Melmetal is decent. Flinch chance is best. Wait, what? Oh, futures. I was like, how did I just take damage? So Roost here would make a lot of sense. EQ here makes the most sense, yeah, in case he tries to Roost lock. So now the Corviknight is done in this town, or I get the free switch into Marowak. I'm gonna superpower first, then go to Marowak, so I know he'll leave it in. Yep. So now Landorus is dead. I think Lando dies to low kick. No, probably not. 80. I think Lando dies to low kick. Yeah, I figured he would go hard T-Tar, because then you ensure that you don't lose a mind. Now when I click that Blitz, that Poltergeist, death all around us. But I think if Lando, because remember, Marowak is the equivalent of a +2, right? So I'm surprised he went, and this must be the only thing he's confident can kill me. I'm just afraid of plus. I guess knock would be your bet. Interesting. He doubled. What was he expecting? Maybe Melmetal. I don't know. He'd be expecting Melmetal. I mean, he doubled, so he wasn't expecting me to blitz. Or he just thought that he wanted me to blitz, and he thought I was the electric one, and he was willing to give up Heracross. That's what I guess. Like right now, Finny is a huge issue. That did a ton to me. Should be faster than me. I'll have to take the knock / facade. I don't get why you'd Swords Dance there. This is where it sucks not having. I don't want to knock. I'll just assume I'm faster. That's what I'll do. He wasn't faster than me. It's a speed tie, but he won the speed tie. That's a pretty big. I'm guessing he's gonna double switch out to Corviknight. No, he wants me to knock his Slowbro. That's smart. You want me to knock off your Slowbro's item so that you can What? What? What the fuck? What? Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What? Is this the wave now? What does he not have? He doesn't have Slack Off. What? Oh man, that blows. That sucks a lot. Yo, I just lost 2 important. I actually really played this end game poorly. I didn't need to go to. I could have ran the calc and saw. We've probably killed Heracross at -2 from there. You know, so it was just sloppy end game there. Now I'm opening up the cart is choice for sure. The way he's playing, it's 100% choice cart. I just need to position things well to where, because he's gonna need facade. No, I think you double knock. You die to rocks. You get the free switch in on cart. Nah, just rocks here. U-turn would be a waste. Since I'll have the rocks up, cart comes in. He'd never lock himself into something that can't beat Marowak. So I guess he'd knock. If he knocks here, that just confirms. Yeah, you're definitely choiced. Okay. So the question is, does he risk superpower here? So all I want to do is double the Marowak. Like, that's super obvious. Like, it's super obvious I'm not going to super. I'm a superpower. Because even if he goes to Slowbro, best he can do is teleport. Body press. Because if I go to Marrow at any point, he dies. But Dragonite actually has a very interesting role here. Defensively, it's going to protect me from his Kartana. So, for example, if I went to... Right, so him going Landorus there is perfect for us. Because we just roost on his Slowbro switch. So now we actually have a cart answer. Whereas before... So now the cart can't win. So I just go Landorus here. Just let him Scald and Poltergeist. Poltergeist is such a nerve-wracking move. But Marowak has been clutch whack. And so now I can go hard to Leviathan. Shout out to Storm Zone, and we roost here. Especially because he knocked my item off. The knocks are doing even less, yeah. And if he allows me to DD too much, yeah, just EQ here to weaken this. So yeah, like we'll just rock spam kill his Marowak because he's probably going to teleport here. I was gonna say, when am I gonna get my flinchies? So that's actually a pretty big. Let me think. Yeah, that's a big flinch because now if he teleports, oh, Melmetal said no. Then we just superpower here for the KO and go to Dragonite. He has to lock himself in a knock, but the goal here is to not. I mean, at that point, it'd be pretty hard for him to win. Even if Melmetal died. Yeah, locking yourself in a smart strike just means Marowak for sure. Just blitzes. Smart strike is doing 24. Unless he wasn't knock. I mean, what if you weren't knock? Why would you be? Yeah, let's just give him Melmetal. Go to Marowak and hit him with the fire. Marowak has proved his worth. That did a lot to me, man. Marowak is no slouch in the defense. So we end around 8. So another live. It's funny, like the one time we got one loss to give, it's the game's like, nah, Jam, you ain't going out like that. So that probably ends it around maybe 1870 or 18 something. 1868. There we go. But yeah, that's been 40 minutes. We're gonna end the live there. We're still swinging with our 1 win and 1 loss in hand as we continue our road to top 10. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.